Welcome, foolish mortals.
Cheers, friends.
Hey there.
Welcome to Disney Magic.
Halloween on the high seas.
Yeah. Disney Magic, please welcome aboard Robert and Sheila.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome aboard, friends. If you're planning a trip on the Disney Magic or just curious about what a Disney cruise is really like, you've come to the right place. In this video, we're giving you our guide to the Disney Magic cruise ship, and we're celebrating Halloween on the high seas. We'll take you through everything you need to know, from boarding, all the amenities the ship has to offer, the dining experiences, and what to expect from the entertainment, including all the spooky Halloween fun. We're not just exploring the family-friendly activities, but the Disney adult-only experiences as well that make this cruise magical for everyone. And maybe not so magical. In our research, we came across complaints about the ship, including the food and overcrowded pools, so we'll be sharing our honest take on those issues as well. Of course, we'll be answering the big question, is the Disney Magic worth the price? We'll break down exactly what we spent and if it was worth it in the end, so stick around for the cost breakdown towards the end of the video. Our Disney cruise vacation actually begins a day before we ship out. I cannot stress to you guys enough, with how the airlines are today, with all the delays and cancellations, do not try to fly into the port on the day of your cruise. They have no sympathy for you if you don't make it to the cruise port on time. So, plus it's a great excuse to come hang out on the beach for an extra day or two. So we actually arrived at 7 a.m. on Sunday, the day before our departure. We had a little bit of breakfast, came to our hotel. It's way early to check in. Of course, they didn't have a room available. Didn't really expect them to either. So we had some time. We dropped off our luggage, so we didn't have to carry that around with us, and we did some exploring in Fort Lauderdale. So we're checked in at the Marriott Beach Place Tower, which has been a lovely stay. These rooms have just been refurbished, so it made for a great stay. The room feels very spacious. We have a little kitchen dinette area equipped with a microwave, a refrigerator, a little sink. We got a coffee maker and a toaster. The internet was reliable and the speeds are adequate if you're a digital nomad who needs to do some remote work. And here they do offer complimentary umbrellas and chairs at the beach. You just walk across the street, give them your room number, and they'll set you up.
The room felt extremely spacious as we walked in. I was really surprised to see the little kitchenette on the side with a refrigerator freezer combo. Loved the balcony, especially overlooking the ocean. We spent most of the evening out there, just so calm and peaceful. The bed, it was a little too hard for my liking. I like something a little softer. The shower pressure was good. Unusual fact about Florida, that the water was a little yellowy tinted. Didn't know that until this trip. But other than that, this was a great overnight stay.
All right, so we made it here to the port. We took a short Uber ride from the Marriott. There was no problem getting here. Just gotta follow the signs into the parking lot. There are multiple parking garages, depending on which terminal you're boarding from. The Disney Magic sails out of Terminal 4. Parking here is first come, first serve, so there's no advanced reservations to secure your spots. But it's a multi-level parking garage, so there's plenty of covered parking. And it's $20 a day for a normal-sized car, and it's $24 a day for an oversized vehicle. All right, where the Uber driver dropped us off, that's where we checked our bags with the porters. Now, here you want to make sure that you have whatever government documents you used when you signed up for the cruise. That's what you did your pre-registration with, either a passport or a birth certificate, that you have those on you and not in your luggage. Because you're not going to see your luggage again until it's brought to your cabin a few hours later. So if it's your passport or a birth certificate, you have to have those documents, not a copy of them, not a picture of them. make sure you bring those with you. So if you arrive early like we did, they're having us go across the street to actually get in line. This is just the queue area for us so that you're not blocking the regular entrance. So here are different lines, posted times, 11:10, and we're moving out to the other side.
All right, so we have Gina and Robert.
That's me.
Yes.
All right, the band is all here, so let's get this party started. You got passports for me, I see. So you have Disney bands you want to activate?
That's in my luggage.
Okay, you can do it on board then. And then wait over in this area, listen out for your boarding group number, and then when they call you, you're going to go through the Mickey tunnel.
While you're in the waiting area, you should be able to connect to the Disney Cruise Line Wi-Fi. And then you can bring up the Navigator app and begin exploring your vacation itinerary. Here you'll finally get to see everything that's happening on the ship, when and where. Be sure to favorite any activity that you want to attend. That way the Navigator app can alert you so you won't miss it. There's a lot to the Navigator app, and it's worth taking the time to get to know it, and that could be a video all on its own. If that's something you'd like to see, let us know. It is 12:13, they called group 12, and true Disney style, there's gonna be a line.
Disney Magic, please welcome aboard Robert and Keena.
Thank you. The Disney Magic made its maiden voyage in 1998, making it Disney's very first entry into the cruise industry. And it went through a complete refurbishment in 2013. The Disney Magic is 964 feet long and can hold around 2,700 passengers with 875 staterooms on board. It might be smaller compared to the newer Disney ships. There are 11 decks, 2 theaters, 5 kids clubs, a spa, 4 restaurants, a buffet, quick service stalls, and 3 pools. The ship is designed to bring back the golden age of ocean liners, with a sleek Art Deco style, which is both classy and timeless. This is our first Disney cruise, and the Disney Magic did not disappoint whatsoever. It did feel small and cramped at some times, but there is not much ugliness for us to share with you from our trip. Disney still does a traditional muster station drill, where everybody has to go outside to their meeting location at a specific time. So until then, you're free to explore the ship. It might be a while before your room is ready, so many people head straight to the buffet for lunch. Keep in mind though that this gets crowded quickly. If you're pool people or you want to hit the water slides before they're overrun with kids, bring your swimsuit and your carry-on so you can jump in right away. We recommend that you check out some of the restaurants on board, as they might be offering a special lunch menu. On the Disney Magic, Rapunzel offers a lunch and Lumiere's offers breakfast. We chose to head straight into Rapunzel's table for a nice relaxing lunch and to soak in this amazing Disney theming that you are not going to find anywhere else. We booked a standard inside stateroom on this 4-night Halloween on the High Seas Bohemian cruise from Fort Lauderdale. After the muster drill, 347, seeing some more luggage out in the hallways.
Ooh, look at this.
Disney will leave your cabin key card on your cabin door. They call it the Key to the World card, and it acts as your room key, boarding pass, and even payment card for anything you buy on board. So be sure to bring it with you everywhere you go.
First impressions.
Ooh,
It is cute.
it's nice. Got a little bathtub. Interesting hair dryer. We actually have a bit of a living space in here. Looks like it's both European and American, 2-prong outlets. Plenty of outlets in this cabin, wow.
There are a ton of outlets and so much storage. And then you even have a vanity where you could sit and do makeup and get ready. It is very roomy considering it's an inside cabin on a cruise ship.
Yeah, this is the most budget-friendly cabin class. Got a refrigerator. Definitely working. You can tell by the ice. Life jackets. There's plenty of room underneath the bed.
Yeah, easily store our luggage.
And I guess if you are sharing this,
And there, look, it's already ready. Privacy.
separate the room. There's a little wear and tear on the furniture, but nothing
crazy.
major.
Yeah.
Got a full-length mirror. If you have a Disney Magic Band Plus, that can be used in place of your Key to the World card. At check-in or at the customer service counter, they can add it to your account. Door decorating is a big thing on Disney Cruise Lines, and these pockets hanging from the fish are called fish extenders. They're part of a gift exchange system that Disney cruisers organize on their own through places like Facebook groups. Now, Disney is an entertainment company, and that shines through with their dining. So whether you're looking for grab-and-go options by the pool or a more formal sit-down experience, they got you covered. We found if you have dietary restrictions, Disney makes it pretty easy. You can make them known when you make your booking, or just be sure to communicate them with your wait staff at any of the restaurants, and they'll be happy to work with you. Let's start with the three main rotating dining experiences here on the Disney Magic. You have Rapunzel's Royal Table, Lumiere's, and Animator's Palette. Each one offers its own unique experience and menu, and you rotate through each one every night. That is included in the price of admission.
Here's the thing, you guys are in the kingdom for Princess Rapunzel's birthday party, alright? So I need some more cooperation. I said, how are y'all doing tonight?
Rapunzel's Royal Table is a themed dining experience inspired by Tangled, where you not only enjoy a meal, but also get live entertainment from characters like Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. Lumiere's is inspired by Beauty and the Beast, of course, and the decor is very elegant. It's a French-inspired menu with things like escargot and duck confit. But if you're looking for a formal evening, this would be the spot, unless you want to pay a little extra and dine at Palo. And referred to Animator's Palette is the show you do not want to miss. You start the dinner off in black and white decor, and over the course of the meal, the place comes to life with color and vibrant animations. If you're looking for a more elevated adult dining experience, then Palo is your only other option on the Disney Magic. They offer Northern Italian cooking with a modern twist. Now this is a paid dining experience, so you have to make reservations, and they do book up, and it does require upscale attire. There are plenty of other casual dining options, including Cabanas, which is open for breakfast and lunch. It's a buffet-style restaurant that offers a wide variety of food. It seems to change throughout the different days. Out on the pool deck, you also find Pinocchio's Pizzeria, as well as the Duck Inn Diner, and ice cream treats for soft-serve ice cream. Overall, the food was pretty good, although we've learned to manage our expectations when it comes to cruise dining. But with so many different dining options to explore, there's a lot to cover here. So we'll link to another video here and in the description below, where we'll take a deeper dive into the dining experiences. And it wouldn't be Disney without a show, and the Disney Magic is no exception. From Broadway style shows to live music and themed events, there's always something magical happening on board. In the main theater, they put on some Broadway class shows. Obviously, we weren't allowed to film them, but the production of these shows is top notch. The quality of actors, staging, effects, hands down the best we've seen on a cruise. We were lucky enough to have Broadway actress Gail Bennett on board. She's played Mary Poppins over 100 times in the national tour. The stage highlight of our trip was Tangled the Musical. It tells the story of Rapunzel in a full-length stage production, complete with beautiful sets and costumes and of course your favorite songs from the movie. Twice Charmed was a show that gives you a whole new take on the Cinderella story with a twist. It's like a what-if scenario where the wicked stepmother tries to rewrite Cinderella's happy ending. Disney Dream was all about believing in your dreams. It featured appearances by classic Disney characters like Peter Pan, Cinderella, and Aladdin. The performances, music, and special effects transported us back in time, rekindling all the childhood memories and magic associated with these characters. Of course, beyond the big shows, there's always something to do on board, from bingo to trivia, character drawings, and of course, the biggest reason people sign up for Disney Cruise, the character meet and greets. There's never a dull moment on board unless you want there to be. For those who love a challenge, there's trivia happening all over the ship. You can join in a general knowledge quiz, or themed ones like Disney Park Food Trivia. It was a fun way to test our knowledge and to get to know other cruisers. Feel like flexing your creative muscle? Disney offers character drawing classes where you can learn how to sketch some of your favorite Disney characters. But the biggest draw on the Disney Magic has to be the character meet and greets. We had classic Disney characters like Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy, as well as several of the favorite princesses and Marvel heroes. The lines looked long, but they seemed to move pretty fast.
Are you enjoying your cruise?
Yeah!
That is what I like to hear. I absolutely.
But the overall highlight of entertainment on the cruise was a solo performance from Gail Bennett, where she shared personal stories and her favorite Disney classics.
With Disney, the stories are magical and the music is timeless, making us feel like anything and everything is possible. So tonight, I'd like to revisit some of my favorite Disney characters, the romantics, the heroines, and of course my personal favorite, the Disney villain. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. Mother Gothel, there is just something about her. She's vain, she's mean, she's manipulative, she's passive-aggressive. She is the ultimate gaslighter. I just love playing her. And let's face it, Mother knows best, right? Look at you, as fragile as a flower. Still yet a plague. Also large ones, great with pretty sticks, and stop no more, you'll just upset me. Mother's right here, Mother will protect you. Darling, here's what I suggest. Skip the drama, stay with Mama. Mother knows best.
The Disney Magic isn't just fun on the inside, there's plenty to do on the outside too. From the pools with water slides and hot tubs, to the rec and sports center and the kids clubs, Disney has made sure there's something on the top deck for everyone. For water lovers, the Aqua Dunk is a must. This thrilling water slide starts with the floor dropping out from under you, sending you into a quick and exciting plunge. It's over in a splash. If you're looking for something a little less intense, the Twist and Spout slide by the Aqua Lab is a more traditional water slide that's fun for everyone. The Aqua Lab itself is a little water park for guests ages 3 and up. Cast members host games and activities throughout the day, keeping the kids entertained for hours. For infants and toddlers, there's Nephew's Splash Zone, a safe and fun splash area for kids under 3. When it comes to pool options, you've got the Aqua Lab pool, Goofy's main pool, and the Quiet Cove pool, which is adults only. Goofy's pool sits between the 2 funnels and also has 2 hot tubs. Here there are plenty of loungers to soak in the sun. They also have movies playing here throughout the day and night on their big screen. At the front of the ship on the top deck, you'll discover 2 sports courts along with ping pong and foosball tables. A great spot if you're looking to break a sweat with a game of basketball or just some casual competition. Also out here you'll find the entrances to the Edge and Vibe Kids Clubs, with the other clubs being on the inside. Let's start with the inside kids clubs. For children ages 3 to 12, the Oceaneer Club and Lab is the place to be. Kids can hang out, play games, and even meet some of their favorite Disney characters. And the best part, it's included with the cost of your cruise. If you have real little ones, you can make a reservation at It's a Small World Nursery, which is available for kids from 6 months to 3 years old. There is an additional cost for this. For older kids, there's the Edge for ages 11 to 14, with activities tailored to this age group. And if you got teenagers, there's the Vibe, which is for ages 14 to 17, giving them their own space to hang out and have fun. So parents, this means you can enjoy some time to yourself knowing the kids are in good hands at the clubs or having fun in the pool. For any Disney adult looking to unwind without the little ones, the Quiet Cove pool is a perfect spot. This adult-only area has 2 hot tubs and a small pool with a large shallow edge where you can stay chilled while you relax and soak up the sun. It was one of our favorite places to spend time because it's a little quieter and the lounges have cushions. The atmosphere is so different from the busier family pools, although it was never completely free of kids. Given its location, cruisers were passing through here quite a bit. Along with the pool and hot tubs, there's also Cove Cafe, a cozy little spot where you can grab a coffee, a snack, or a top shelf cocktail. While the drinks will cost you extra, the pastries in the display case are included with your cruise. There was always a really chill vibe in here, a great place to read a book or catch up on work if that's your thing.
Involuntary noises when I sit down.
Oh, I stand up.
I don't know if you need this book. You involuntarily make noises when you sit. Now, should I intentionally make a voluntary noise?
I heard a noise when you sat, honey. And when the sun went down, Disney continued the adult vibe inside. The Soul Cat Lounge is a fantastic spot to relax. Inspired by the movie Soul and jazz lounges of New York, this place has a laid-back atmosphere with live music and fun cocktails. And for more excitement, the After Hours Adult District had a good mix of lounges and nightclubs. We spent time in O'Gill's Pub. It was a cozy Irish-themed bar and their version of a sports bar. And there was Keys, a piano bar with live music in a really chill setting with upscale cocktails. If you're looking to dance the night away, Fathom's nightclub was the place to go.
Dead men tell no tales.
While other cruise lines have a white night where everyone is encouraged to dress in white, Disney has Pirate Night where everyone is encouraged to don their best pirate gear and party on the deck. We found pirate bandanas in our cabin and dressed up in our pirate costumes to get into the spirit of the night. The night kicked off with a special dinner service. We ate at Lumiere's again, but all the restaurants featured a special pirate-themed menu that night. The food was a fun twist, and it was themed for the occasion. The highlight of the night is a special stage show and fireworks display on the top deck.
Oh, yes. Disney Magic. If you're ready to party like a pirate, let me hear you say, ah!
What this celebration really needs is a great book. And now you have one. I promised you a party, so here's a party in the sky.
Halloween on the high seas brought all the spooky fun and Disney magic together. The ship came alive with Halloween decorations and even the Disney characters dressed up for the event. Cruisers were encouraged to dress up as well, and that made for a really fun vibe that night. Cabanas was transformed into a trick-or-treat trail where both the young and young at heart could collect some Halloween treats. The highlight of the evening was a special Halloween stage show on the top deck. It was really fun seeing all the characters dressed up for the holiday. What is Halloween without some spooky stories? One of the more memorable moments for kids, I'm sure, was the lighting of the pumpkin tree in the main lobby. The ceremony included the tale of the Headless Horseman, told in true Disney dramatic fashion, while children listened anxiously on the floor.
He stopped, his heart pounding with fear. Suddenly, a white mist burst forth from the ground in the cemetery. It formed into a large horse carrying a headless rider. The horseman let out a terrible scream as the horse leapt toward him at full gallop.
And sadly, all things do come to an end. These tags will show up in your cabin, and they're for the luggage you don't want to carry off with you when you leave the ship. Tag any luggage you don't plan to carry with you, and set it outside your door the night before you disembark. Keep in mind you will not be seeing this luggage again until you are off the ship, so keep anything you need for the night and the next morning, like your toiletries, a change of clothes, and definitely all your identification. If you are not tagging any luggage and you're carrying everything off with you, you will be the first group off the ship. If you did tag your luggage, then you'll have to wait for the character on the tag to be called before leaving the ship. When you get off the ship, you'll enter a large room where all the luggage has been grouped by character. Just head to that location and start the scavenger hunt for your luggage. Alright friends, this is the section you've all been waiting for. Let's dive into the numbers and see what the Disney Magic Cruise ended up costing us. We originally booked this cruise for around $2,100, which was actually one of the more affordable per night options we found on the Disney Cruise Line. It's important to remember that this price includes the dining experiences, as well as the expanded drink options like soda, which on other cruises might be an extra charge. 2 days before the end of our cruise, we received a letter explaining the gratuities that would be added to our bill. The crew on board absolutely earned these tips, and I appreciate how Disney breaks down exactly how the gratuities are going to be distributed. Usually on other cruises, we just pay the gratuities when we book and hand out cash tips for our outstanding service while on board. Disney also provided these envelopes if you wanted to leave an additional cash tip for specific crew members who went above and beyond. For things like alcohol and additional purchases on board, gratuity was added automatically. Disney doesn't offer the traditional all-inclusive drink package, but you can pre-purchase bottles of wine or 6 packs of beer at a discounted rate compared to buying them individually on board. We ended up spending about $150 on alcohol. We also bought a popcorn bucket for $21, which got us access to $1.75 refills throughout the trip. We refilled it 3 times. For specialty coffees at Cove Cafe, we spent $28. Each of these purchases came with an automatic gratuity, which ended up about $37 in tips total. So when we add up all of our personal spending, alcohol, snacks, coffee, and gratuities, we ended up spending an additional $351 on top of the original cruise fare. Now we know no cruise is perfect, and of course we did do some research before we set sail on the Disney Magic, and here are some common complaints that we found, and we had to check them out. One of the common complaints we kept reading about was that the Disney Magic feels outdated. I don't agree with that at all. The Disney Magic has an Art Deco theme. This ship was designed to be like the ships that Walt sailed on initially, so it is going to have a classic feel to it. But none of this stuff is worn down. Everything has been kept up to date beautifully. It just has a specific theme. Some people have mentioned that the food is a little bland, specifically lacking seasoning, and the vegetables were just boiled. That's kind of true. A lot of Disney food and cruise food can be kind of bland, but they're trying to cater to a wide audience of people, specifically some that are elderly or have hypertension, high blood pressure, and so they don't put a lot of salt and seasoning on things, but you can add salt and pepper. Another frequent complaint we read about were the pools getting overcrowded. We didn't really see that. Obviously on the sea day, there were way more people in the pool, but on the port days, no problem getting in the jacuzzis. We spoke with several cruisers who had been cruising on other Disney ships, and they do say that the Disney Magic is a smaller ship, and that's something they feel right when they walk on. I would definitely say some of these staircases seem very narrow, and some of these elevators are really small. Now we understand that every cruise is going to be different, and that this is just our experience, so we'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below.
I often enjoy the onboard comedians during past cruises and was surprised when there wasn't one. But with so many other activities to do, you hardly miss it. The Tangled musical was amazing. I could watch Gail Bennett perform over and over again. She was definitely a highlight. There were many quiet and peaceful places to find on board. The ship never felt overcrowded, and even on our sea day, we were able to enjoy a practically empty lanai deck. The adults-only area never felt overcrowded either. The hot tubs pretty much had a 4 to 5 people max, and they weren't overly hot, but a lot warmer than that cold pool water. Overall, the cruising experience with Disney was definitely a positive one. The crew members were all friendly and very accommodating. The Broadway-style shows were quite entertaining. The days and nights were filled with numerous activities. There was absolutely no way we were going to be able to do all of the things we wanted. Just means we'll have to take another.
Was the Disney cruise worth it? And how is the Disney magic holding up? There's a unique magic to the Disney brand that no other cruise line seems to conjure. Disney may never be the cheapest option, but that hasn't stopped them from filling their ships and continuously expanding their fleet. While I wouldn't say it was the best food I've ever had at sea, it was certainly above average, but the dining experiences themselves were top-notch. On other cruise lines, you'd likely be paying extra for this level of themed dining. The theater shows were hands down the highest quality we've seen on the seas, and if you have kids, the kids clubs sounded great. We were really taken aback by how spacious our room was. The bed was one of the most comfortable I've slept in, pretty soft but still supportive. There were no issues with the bathroom. The shower worked great, plenty of hot water, and no issues draining. Even though the Disney Magic is a smaller ship, I rarely felt crowded except during the deck shows. As an entertainment company, Disney knows how to keep you engaged, and they certainly did. As far as the ship itself, the Disney Magic seems in fantastic shape. We didn't notice much wear and tear, and everything looked well maintained. It's easy to see why people are so loyal to the Disney brand. Yes, you're paying a premium price, but you're also getting a premium experience. All that being said, as a budget-conscious traveler, it's hard for me to say the experience is worth double the cost of a similar cruise. However, I absolutely understand why so many people swear by Disney and won't sail with any other cruise line. We hope you found this video to be informative. As always, we really appreciate all the friends that we've made here on YouTube and your continued support. We'd love to answer any questions you have down in the comments below. Until next time, friends, cheers!